Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, the Metaverse Explorer. I'm back again with another episode of Cryptocurrency News Today. Thank you very much for liking and subscribing. Dancing Pepe, we appreciate your efforts within this bear market. Today is the 14th of July, 2022. Let's get started. So we have a few topics today. Ledger Market is the most secure platform for artists and brands to release their NFT. This was just announced not long ago. Basically, it's kind of a platform for creators to come and it's not really a marketplace, it's a platform. So let's go ahead and join this wait list and look a little bit more about the information they have. We look forward to welcoming you to our curated distribution channel that will be the safest place to buy NFTs. And, this is by Ledger. They have a hardware wallet, right? Hardware wallet gives you another method, a layer of security on top because it needs your physical interaction before you sign a transaction. While everyone is welcome, Ledger customers will be able to securely connect through Ledger Live and clear sign their transaction. The first access to exclusive collaborations and Ledger hardware, software, and services. Become a Ledger Market Pass holder. Basically, you can join their allow list right now. Okay, they have a few partnerships coming up. The first of them is RTFKT. These guys are kind of coming up as the next avatar economy within the metaverse, right? We had the PFP craze, which was just your display picture craze, and then we had the metaverse craze. Now it seems like the PFP is turning into an avatar craze because everyone who has a PFP, they don't just want to use it as a picture, right? They want to use it as their avatar in the metaverse, walk around in it. So I know RTFK are the ones that had a PFP first, and now they're transforming it into a 3D avatar. And everyone can generate their own 3D avatar and use it across lots of different platforms. So this is one of the announcements they're announcing. Expect collaborations in the future from the best-known artists, brands from music, fashion, digital art, sports, Web3, and culture at large. This is the RTFK. Of course, they have Bored Ape Yacht Club as well. It's not known if it's actually BAYC, but it's Tag Heuer, which is a different brand entirely. Introduced the first Swiss luxury smartwatch and the Tag Heuer connected watch. They have X Brick, which is kind of a music section. And then they have Deadfellas, which is a pop culture brand that launched its first NFT collection in August of last year. They also have Jen Stark, is a conceptualizing visual system to simulate plant growth, evolution, infinity, fractals, mimetic topography, a whole bunch of abstract stuff. Basically, they have a Genesis Pass, which will be minting on July 25th. Go ahead and join this allow list yourself as well so that you can get some perks. Limited edition black on black Nano X, preferred access to Ledger market collaborations, which is privileged access to new Ledger hardware, airdrops of art NFTs from Ledger artists in resident program. That's what I'm really interested in. Those little airdrops, my friend. All right, there's going to be, I think, 10,000 of them, and they are Genesis passes. And hopefully we'll see what they look like later on. But for now, this is what the Ledger Nano Black looks like. Ledger Black on Black Ledger Nano X. It's got a shatterproof resistant sapphire glass. So pretty cool. I'm really happy with this. Only 10,000 will ever be made. So this is similar to, so the idea of this is it seems like they're kind of selling a hardware wallet as an NFT as well, but you also get the physical item. We're going to see the collaboration and like the bringing together of these two things, right? Because so far we've been able to buy NFTs online, but you don't usually get any physical merchandise with it. The way it should be working is you buy the physical merchandise and then you get that NFT as well, and then you're intrinsically linked to that brand for a long time because you bought their physical merchandise. That's what you pay for, right? And the NFT comes special because it doesn't cost them much to create an NFT. Anyone can create an NFT. It costs $1 or whatever. They should add that to the price, and now you are intrinsically locked, right? That's awesome. All right, let's move on. Next is Celsius. Celsius has now officially announced that they are in Chapter 11 bankruptcy. We were waiting for lots of news to come from Celsius. You guys, I'm a Celsius user myself, so I've practically lost some money here. So they declared Chapter 11 bankruptcy in New York, but this affects everyone across the world, right? If you're with Celsius, you haven't been able to withdraw, deposit, or even change funds on the platform. So crypto lender Celsius filed for 11 bankruptcy. In a statement, Celsius said it had $167 million in cash to support certain operations during the restructuring process. So they're going to try and restructure the entire system so that people can still be able to function in the company and and that we can still use Celsius. But let's be honest, no one is going to be using Celsius after this debacle. This is crazy. They turned from a lending and borrowing platform to like a high-risk securities platform where they're taking your funds and they're going to do something degen with it, like put it on UST and put it in Anchor to try and get a better rate. That's where all those good rates were coming from, right? So the firm declared assets between 1 billion and 10 billion. But hopefully we have Simon Dixon from Bank to the Future. He might be able to help them out with a plan. So this goes on and on about what it looks like. FTX previously were looking to make a deal with them, but they said, no way, you got $2 million, a giant hole that's missing, and there's no way I'm going to use my good money to try and fix your bad problem. So too bad, man. Celsius has to go down. This is quite unfortunate because Celsius just announced this online. They had some, they did give us a frequently asked question. So let's go through it a little bit. What did Celsius announce? We know that there's a lot of hey, it's okay, guys. It's okay. We got this. We're going to try and make it good for you. To implement the restructuring, Celsius and certain of its subsidiaries have filed voluntary petitions to reorg under Chapter 11 bankruptcy. What is Chapter 11? Is in the process. Many well-known companies have successfully reorged under Chapter 11 and emerged stronger, including America Airlines, Delta, General Motors, Hertz, Marvel. I don't care. You name all of these other ones. You're not them. You might not get through. Doesn't matter, right? Why file for it? Because they did a financial restructuring to stabilize the business and maximize value for all stakeholders, acting in the best interest for our stakeholders, including our entire customer community, is our top priority. Well, you know what's going to be their top priority? Making sure all the big lenders get their money first, and then all the smaller lenders get shit all. They get shit all, right? This process will give the best opportunity to consummate a comprehensive restructure transaction that maximizes value for all stakeholders. What does that mean? Not so far. They want to just restore activity. Nothing yet. On June, they stopped transactions. Still stopped. Nothing will happen soon. Customer loans, they're still going with them. Celsius will not be issuing new loans at this time. Yeah, because you don't have any funds to actually give. You lost a lot of money. Should customers delete your Celsius app? We encourage customers to maintain their accounts and apps at this time. Why the hell would you delete it? Make sure you take photos of all the financials you have at Celsius, because they're going to come back and say, hey, yeah, you get 50% or you get 20% of whatever you had there. That's crazy. That's so stupid. Where will more information be? There's a number for you to call here if you need it, and also more information here. It's very, very upsetting, ladies and gentlemen. It's crazy, right? Celsius was known to be one of the kind of leading CeFi institutions within crypto, but unfortunately, they got too greedy, or they had a market share, right? And they wanted to keep that market share and provide the best rates, so they kept taking bigger and bigger risks. But unfortunately, the 3AC contagion and the UST contagion was too large, and they folded in on themselves. So I'm super, super upset by this as well. So we'll see what happens. Bankruptcies usually take between 15 months range. So in a year or two, we'll see what actually happens if we get any funds back. This is unfortunate. No one will get their funds anytime soon. Next topic, cryptocurrency report from Coingecko of the quarter 2, 2022. They did talk about a whole bunch of stuff here. There is a big report that I read myself. So I'm going to zoom in and give you the dot points for this cryptocurrency report. Number one was a terrible quarter for stablecoins. We saw stablecoins lose 33.9 billion, nearly 34 billion in absolute terms. So that means not just stablecoins, right? That means they left the actual crypto market. So usually when people make money in crypto, they'll take it and sell those cryptos into stablecoins because it's still in the system. But this is saying that actual stablecoins sold off. And this is excluding UST as well, right? Stablecoins actually sold off. So which means people had no faith in the crypto ecosystem and they took their money back into dollars instead of stablecoins. So first off, UST did actually take BUSD, which is the Binance USDC, to be the third largest stablecoin. Tether has decreased by 20%. There is still a lot of FUD about Tether. They're going down very soon because they had one, a hack before, and two, the audits, right? They're not transparent with the amount of money that Tether has. They just print it and no one knows where it actually comes from. It's really crazy. So Terra's fallout and the BETH contagion has been still very, very bad. So total circulating supply of ST-ETH is now 4.2, which is 30% of all staked ETH in the contract, or 3.5% of the total circulating ETH. This is a great graphic that I want to show people about the actual contagion effect of the UST and Terra 3 Arrows Capital, and who might be affected. We have in the middle here, which is UST, right? And all of these protocols who are very close to using UST, Celsius Network, Orion Money, Grow Protocol, and on the periphery, we had all the other people as well. So Faye, Galaxy Digital, Pantera, Jump Capital, all of these VC firms, right? And then there are also 3 Arrows Capital. 3 Arrows Capital was invested in Terra, so obviously if Terra goes down, 3 Arrows Capital goes down. But 3 Arrows Capital borrows money from BlockFi, Voyager, CoinFlex, FinBlock, Genesis Trading, even Deribit, right? They borrowed money from everyone. And then they used ST-ETH as collateral. But even though every time ST-ETH goes down, they lose their collateral. And like if they borrowed $100, they now have to pay back $100, but they don't have the assets because their ST-ETH isn't worth $100. Of course, there is a little, even more of a periphery because Maple Finance, which is a token I'm very bullish on myself, they were affected by they are like an institutional kind of lending platform. Orthogonal Trading borrowed money from Maple Finance, and then Orthogonal Trading was affiliated with Babel Finance, and Babel Finance was heavily invested in 3 Arrows Capital. So it's like a domino effect, right? All the way out here, these guys are super affected by what happened here. And I'm sure Maple Finance are saying it's okay, it's only a small balance sheet, but still, they're affected. It's crazy. DeFi's dominance has gone down a little bit, so decreasing from 142 million to 36 million in the span of 3 months, which is really, really, really small. DeFi exploits ramped up in Q2, affecting projects such as Inverse and Rari. These have negatively impacted token prices as investors lose faith in the hack protocols. Remember, guys, it's still really early, right? There's still so much vulnerabilities in some of these protocols. As Terra implodes, new contenders arise to take the spot. Avalanche, Polygon, Solana have maintained their respective TVL shares. Tron's TVL has reduced, but it still has a TVL share of... Sorry, I'll say it again. Although Tron's TVL has reduced from 4.8 billion to 3.9, Tron's TVL share has tripled from 2 to 6%, largely due to its stablecoin USDD. And USDD is like a derivative or like a similar product to UST. They're trying to differentiate it, but man, it's scary. I wouldn't go there. OpenSea's dominance slips in shrinking market as competitors gain ground. Magic Eden has been starting to take off. It is the Solana marketplace for NFTs. X2Y2 is also going very strong. OpenSea is still, however, the dominant person at the moment. Similar to LooksRare, X2Y2 rose rapidly because they had incentivized trading of NFTs. So people could just wash trade between themselves and sell the token that they earned and get more money and keep wash trading. Uniswap volumes are still dominating with 60% of the market share, which is crazy, right? DEXs on Solana, such as Jupiter and Serum. Jupiter is not really a DEX. It's an aggregator. It's not really in itself market maker protocol, right? Or like where you can deposit your funds. It just gives you the best swaps. So it's not really a DEX, like, right? It's just an aggregator, similar to 1inch. Although 1inch actually does have its own pools, Jupiter doesn't have its own pools. There is one thing I wanted to show you. This is what has happened throughout the entire 3 months recently in crypto. The quarter's been full of stuff that, there's so much stuff happened, you don't realize how much has gone by. So we start off with Pudgy Penguins was acquired. Solana NFT beta launched on OpenSea, which was a giant flop. If anything, it allowed Ethereum people to see NFTs on Solana, and then they didn't use OpenSea. They went and used Magic Eden because that's where most of the volume was. Near launched a USN stablecoin. Yuga Labs Metaverse, the other side mint, which was crazy. Gas prices went way too high. Tron launched stablecoin, USTD pegged. Coinbase added Fortune 500. Optimism airdrop, which was very nice. I did a few Optimism videos myself. StepN got banned in China. Ethereum testnet merge. Celsius suspended withdrawals. There's a short ETF right here. A short ETF for Bitcoin. And we were thinking this would be a catalyst to go one step higher, but unfortunately not. Arbitrum Odyssey launched. Harmony Bridge got hacked. Three Arrows Capital was liquidated. GBTC conversion to ETF was denied, which was what the holy grail of 3AC was waiting for. Ethereum Grey Gracia hard fork happened. Circle issued the stablecoin. And now we have something which is a giant catalyst, which is the new interest rates, which have just been released about yesterday at 9.1% in America for inflation rates. Sorry, not interest rates, inflation rates. That is crazy. And that's why we've seen the price of Bitcoin going down a bit more. But because you guys have to realize, right, there is a risk curve. To us in crypto is everything. But to everyone around the world, the risk curve at the bottom here is like the bonds and really safe products. And then all the way at the top of the risk curve is Bitcoin. When the interest rates go down, or when interest rates and inflation rates go up, people are like, oh, I don't need this really risky item right now. It's way too risky. I'm losing 9%, so I might as well go back into money or go back into cash because it's a much safer bet at the moment. All right, guys, I've probably talked too much. Let's spend the last bit of the video looking at the fundraising that has happened in the last day. Every time I do this video, I check up on who has raised funds. And this time we have Farcaster. It's a seed round. They raised $30 million. They first started with Andreessen Horowitz, Standard Crypto. Who actually are they? So they are a social network in the subcategory. They are a sufficiently decentralized social network. I don't know how that sounds, right? How do you pitch that to someone who's giving you money? Let's have a look at their website and see what they have. Farcaster is sufficiently decentralized social network. It's an open protocol that can support many clients, just like email. Users will have the freedom to move their social identity between applications, and developers will always have the freedom to build applications with new features on the network. They've got some docs and they've had some GitHub repos. Let's see how many people in their rehab. The GitHub. They've got some stuff to read here. Concepts, accounts, application. Very nice. So they do have some substance. And then this is some introduction. Farcaster protocol has two important pieces: an on-chain registry where users can claim a unique username, and off-chain host where users store their social data. The registry also stores the user's host URL and functions as a DNS-like system for the network. To read someone's messages, to ask the registry for the host, and then ask the host for their messages. Okay, looks good. It's way behind. At least they have some documents and they have some GitHubs, but for me, there is nowhere close to an app that we can use so that I can show you. So that's it for now, guys. I'm going to leave you here. Thank you very much for liking and subscribing to Dancing Pepe. It is a bear market. He's super sad. He needs your likes to subscribe. Dancing Pepe, I really appreciate your efforts. Ciao, man. All right, that's it for me. Ciao for now.